All right, good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning. You made it through another week of distance learning. You guys are all doing a great job. Keep it up. Today, for Fundations, we're going to do something a little different. It's going to be a nice, quick little video here. I want you to, if you get a chance on your own, you can go through our sounds like we've been going through here. Let's see if I can get it to switch. Doesn't want to switch. Oh, there we go. You want to go to our keyword, key sounds things. You guys can do this on your own. Just take a look. Go through some of the ones you find trickier. Focus on the way they sound. Say, letter, keyword, sound. A, apple, a. All right. Take a look at each page. Give it a shot. The vowel teams give you a hard time, or if it's the glued sounds, maybe think of some words that have those glued, welded sounds in them. But for today, I want to challenge you to do a little bit of a suffix scavenger hunt. We talked about suffixes. Those are the endings you put on words, when you need to change the meaning around enough to fit what you're trying to say. There's two kinds of suffixes. Does anybody remember? One of them is the consonant suffix, right? And there's only one of those so far. The suffixes we're looking at as second graders. And that is when the word ends in S. When it ends in S, we all know it's when we're trying to make it plural. We're trying to show there's more than one of what we're talking about. You have a dog, you have two dogs, plural. Then there's also our vowel suffixes, which there's 5 of. And these all change the meaning of the word also. ES here is similar to S, where it just adds a plural to it. And it makes it more than one. All right, we've talked about that before. Dogs, cats, fish. Well, I guess fish doesn't have one. Those are all the words I could have picked. As you see up here, sometimes, like I said, with dogs, you add an S. Suffix, you need to add an ES because it ends in an X. You have to recognize the sound. Then there is our two suffixes that have to do with comparisons, right? ER. ER is when you're comparing two things. That boy is taller than the other one. That girl is faster than her friend. It's when you're comparing two things. When you're comparing multiple things, she may be faster, but her sister is the fastest in the whole school. So you're comparing more than two things. Fastest. Then where's my cursor? We have ER. Remember, ER is... I wrote ER twice. That shouldn't be ER. That should be ED. That should be ED. All right. Let's see if I can let's go back and make that change right now while we're all together. ED is what that should be. And ED is when we're talking about something that's already happened. I play the piano. I played the piano yesterday. So it's when you're talking about an action that is already happening. And when you're talking about an action that is happening right now, it's ing. I play the piano. I played the piano yesterday. I am playing the piano right now. So in your reading today, I just want you to make a note. You can make a little chart if you want and put little tally marks and see if you see them. But you don't have to if you don't want to. You can just kind of keep an eye out for them. And I want you to see how often we see these 6 suffixes. You're going to see it happens a lot. And I want you to practice pronouncing the word that has that suffix. Think about the base word. Think about how the suffix was attached to it. All right. Sounds simple, and I don't want you to go crazy looking for anything. Just in your normal reading, if you see one, either put a tally mark down on a little chart if you want to make one, or just note and say, "Hey, there's one." You keep tracking it. Just notice that it's there. Repeat it to yourself. Look at the base word. See if they change the spelling of the base word. Sometimes that happens. All right, just think about how often they come up. And one other part to this assignment is a little bit of a challenge. We've talked a couple times this week about how when a word with more than one syllable ends in ICK, they drop the K and it just ends in IC. Words like fabric or mimic. I'm sure you could think of some right now, but you might see a word like, if it has that IC, that ick sound, in a multi-syllable word, a word with more than one syllable. Remember, we talked about multisyllabic, that long word, but only means more than one syllable. It's not that big of a deal. So fab, Rick, 2 syllables, ends in that ICK sound, but they drop the K. Mim, ick, drop the K. See if you can find any of those words today. I don't want you to go looking for them. Just in your regular reading, your independent reading, your read and respond, things like that. Oh. Let's see if I can go back. There you go. All right, take a look. Keep an eye out for it. Enjoy your Friday. Have a nice weekend. You guys are doing a great job. Keep watching the videos. Keep submitting your work. Stay on Lexia. Stay on iknowit.com if that's where the math assignment's coming from, where it is today. All right, there's actually 2 today. All right, but you guys should have no problems with it. All right. Have a nice weekend.